What's good, everybody? The NBA season has arrived, and a lot of things happened in the first day of the NBA. From the Ben Simmons drama to the Lakers and Warriors game. And boy, do we need to talk about that. My name is Rinu, and today we're going to recap all the things that happened in today's NBA. And we're going to give the good bits an up and the bad bits a down. So, welcome to Ups and Downs of the first day of the 75th season of the NBA. Before we get going, I want to show you the first 25 players included in the top 75 players in NBA history, and I want to congratulate all the players and legends included in this list because they helped change the way basketball is being played and how big their impact in the world of basketball is, and that will be our very first up in the video. Now let's get things going with the first ever game of the NBA season, which was between the Brooklyn Nets and the defending champions, the Milwaukee Bucks, and that game gets an up. Before the game started, the Milwaukee Bucks had their ring ceremonies, and I was happy to see players receiving their rings and their trophy. And seeing the players looking at their banner was just so good and happy to see, especially Giannis was smiling a lot. And yeah, it's happy to see them champions receiving their trophies, and I just hope they could do it again back to back for this season. It was also good to see because Nicholas Claxton and Grayson Allen started for their respective teams. The game was good, but not really a classic game as what we thought or we expected it to be. Giannis been dominating this whole game. He's been defending, he's been blocking, he's been shooting, he's been dunking. He's been doing it all in this game, and he showed like MVP type Giannis with a jumper, and he could possibly even win an MVP this year. He even created a highlight block in the first quarter against Nicholas Claxton, and he even pulled up from three. That's it. Jumper Giannis, that's already crazy for Giannis. Jumper with Giannis with a jumper, that's already crazy, bro. Even though that they are injured or incomplete because Bobby Portis was out and Donte DiVincenzo was out, Thanasis Antetokounmpo and Jordan Nwora stepped up and played great today. Especially Jordan Nwora, who could be their most improved player for Milwaukee. He played great today. He even blocked KD in the fourth quarter. Right? He blocked KD in the fourth quarter, and that was a good defensive play from him. He played great offensively, defensively as well. Grayson Allen, who is also like a good defender, played great as well, and he picked up the role of like a catch and shoot player for them, and because like he shot like 3 out of 10 from 3, and he shot like 3 of 10. He only made threes, so that's how he plays for them. That's his role, and he played great. He could be their perimeter defender who could assist Drew Holiday and make them be a good perimeter defender. Even though they lost PJ Tucker, they could still play great defense, and that's what they showed in this game, and that led them to the victory. Let's talk about Brooklyn. Brooklyn's defense, I'm gonna give it a down. First ever down on the show. Brooklyn's defense was so bad today that they couldn't find adjustments to guard Jordan Nwora, Giannis, Chris Middleton, or even Brook Lopez. That's how bad it was, especially in the paint. No one is guarding the paint. Nicholas Claxton couldn't guard the paint. And you didn't play your best defender, arguably your best defender in that team, which was Bruce Brown, who could literally guard the perimeter, 1, 2, 3, the perimeter. You didn't let him play. You played him in garbage time. Like, I was even looking for where is Bruce Brown? Where's Bruce Brown? Because Javon Carter was playing bad. Like, he was playing bad for them. And you didn't let Bruce Brown play? Like, a Bruce Brown and a Patty Mills off the bench will really work for that team. And I think that will be some of the adjustments Brooklyn will go into as the season progresses. And also, Brooklyn needs to look out for the rebounding. They had a hard time in the offensive glass and defensive glass as well. They were losing by 4 offensive rebounds in the first quarter, and it was all on Giannis in 1 possession. Like, that's how bad it is, bro. Nicholas Claxton couldn't defend or guard anyone in the paint yet, and he played bad today. And he is one of my most improved players for Brooklyn, but he couldn't guard the paint yet. So you need to find players or find adjustments for that paint defense, or else every single night with elite teams, you're going to have a hard time against players who could drive in the paint. Brooklyn also misses a Jeff Green type of player who could give you a spark off the bench and could guard anyone. They miss a player like that, and I think that is one of the things they need to consider going to the trade deadline, which in the coming months from now. So they need to find players like that, or maybe create players who could be like that. I'm gonna give Brooklyn an up for Patty Mills signing. Patty Mills showed up in this game and he played like he wasn't playing for Australia. He was shooting everywhere. He was on fire everywhere. Like, I think he made his first 3-4 shots. Like, he was on fire. He was like playing for Australia. Like, I think he was in FIBA. He was playing that good, bro. Like, yo, it was a good signing for them. Especially, they need a spark player off the bench who could score and give you buckets. Patty Mills is that guy, and he fits perfectly well with the Brooklyn Nets. So these are all the stats for the Milwaukee and Brooklyn game. Giannis finished the game with 32, 14, and 7. Chris Middleton finished with 29 and 3. KD finished the game with 32, 11, and 4. James Harden 28 and 8. And Patty Mills off the bench, 21 points. For our main event, we have the Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors. And boy, this game was good. And Twitter was on fire as the game was coming to a close. And I'ma give this an up. This was a good game, especially for the Warriors, that they came back from a huge lead and won the game. Curry had a bad game. He was cold early in the game. I think 2 of 9, especially from 3, 2 of 8. So he couldn't make a shot, but people surrounding him stepped up. From Nemanja Bjelica to Damian Lee to Andre Iguodala, and my player of the game, Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole was shooting from everywhere, and it was fun to see. Especially, he was one of the players who helped lead the team to take a huge lead against the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's also fun to see because he is one of the favorites to win Most Improved Player for this season. If Klay comes back from his injury in maybe late December, he could possibly still win Most Improved Player or even Sixth Man of the Year. So for Warriors fans out there, you better watch out for Jordan Poole. He will be one of your most improved players in this game or in this whole season. One of the best signings for Warriors is that guy who looks like David Lee. If you know, you know. And it is Nemanja Bjelica, and I'ma give him an up. Nemanja Bjelica showed up in this game. He was rebounding, he was shooting, he was spotting up, he was pacing the floor. He was everywhere in this game. He is the perfect type of player to be in the Warriors, and he could be the perfect small ball center for Golden State. Golden State will really have a fun season this season, and I just hope they could reach the playoffs because it will be fun to see Curry once again back in the playoffs. And with a healthy Klay coming back, they will be a really, really fun team to watch. Let's talk about LA. Westbrook down. He is bad. He played bad today. Very, very bad today. Like, people were disappointed. People's fantasy teams were losing. Like, he played bad today. I think he scored like 8, 5, and 4. That's his final stat line. He played bad today. I think he even reached negative 28. That's how bad he is. Like, he couldn't guard. He couldn't rebound. He couldn't score. 3 of 13, 3 of I don't know. He couldn't score. He was so bad in this game today. And I think he is one of the reasons why this game wasn't a blowout. It's really a down for Westbrook, bro. Down. He played bad and it wasn't a blowout. Especially with a Warriors team that doesn't have yet a James Wiseman or like a Klay. They should have won this game and they blew it. They blew it. They took a huge lead, I think, and they blew it. It's all on Westbrook's fault. I think he's going to take charge and progress to the team, because I think he's still blending in with the team. But bro, it's hard to watch Westbrook in LA. It's hard. I know it's still the first game, but it's hard to watch Westbrook in LA. I just hope he blends in with the team well, and he could make the team perfectly good, or almost perfectly great as well, chemistry wise as well. But yo, he needs to really blend in with the team and really mix match with other players as well, bro. But today, down, another down is the shooters of LA, role players such as Kent Bazemore, who couldn't shoot. Who couldn't shoot right now? He couldn't shoot. Malik Monk, all role players, bro. All role players except for Melo. Melo did great. And also Rondo, they did great. But others down. They couldn't shoot, especially with a team like LeBron led and like Westbrook, who needs shooters. You need shooters you trust who could shoot the ball. Bazemore couldn't shoot. Malik Monk couldn't shoot. Kendrick Nunn couldn't shoot. They couldn't shoot. Like they couldn't shoot, and I think that's what they need to do as a progress or the season progresses. They need shooters. They need a lot of shooters, especially with Westbrook and LeBron kicking out. They need shooters, and like LeBron and AD, they are the ones carrying this team, especially this game, as they're the only players who scored double digits. Like they are the only players who scored double digits, and they think they scored 33, AD 33, and LeBron with 34. They're the only players who scored double digits. Like, bro, they need help. They need help. If you want Lakers to be in the finals or to be one of the teams in the playoffs, they need help. And especially, they need shooters who could shoot. So Westbrook and other shooters and other role players, you need to like blend in more and like make a lot of shots. Because like, if you won't, that's going to have a hard time for Lakers throughout the season. They need shooters who could shoot. Defensively, it was a questionable thing as well, because like they couldn't defend once LeBron got out. So that's also the thing they need to do. But it's really a down for LA, bro. A down for LA. So here are the final stats for the Lakers and Warriors game. Anthony Davis finished the game with 33, 11, and 2. LeBron finished the game with 33, 11, and 5. Westbrook finished the game 8, 5, and 4, shooting 4 from 13 from the field. Curry finished the game with 21, 10, and 10. I think this was his 6th or 7th triple-double of his career. Andrew Wiggins finished the game with 12 and 7. Jordan Poole finished the game with 22 and 3. And Nemanja Bjelica finished the game with 15 and 11. So those are all the games for today's NBA, and overall, I'm gonna give this thing an up. So those are all the games for today's NBA, and it's exciting to see what other teams can do in the next coming days, and I'm gonna do a recap on all the games. And if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more contents like this coming up very soon. And as always, if you want to watch other videos, it can be found here. And as always, till next time,